Today I am on my free-to-play account and we will be building a roller coaster without any game passes. And to make it even more of a challenge, at the end of the video I will be making this a blueprint. So to start off, we of course need to decide what roller coaster we're actually going to use. And when scrolling through the whole list, I think I'm going for the wooden roller coaster. I haven't built this in quite a while, so I think this can be a very fun challenge. So well, of course we'll start with, well, basically the station. I am still going to try and make my life miserable, which I am quite good at, if I have to say. So let's build this whole layout on an angle. So we will start with the chain lift, which I don't think I want to make this coaster actually too high, since of course, well, we have the height limit, since if I start to make it too high, we of course, well, get this problem. So I think being a little bit under the height limit, I think is pretty nice. Probably first want to have some sort of turn. I am not really sure what I'm going to do for this layout, but I think this can be quite nice actually. Something like this probably looks quite nice. And then here we will start the drop. We will go down as much as we of course can with the wooden roller coaster. That actually looks pretty good, I have to say. Now of course we will have to look out for the station, which is actually right there. Okay, that's going to be very close. We will add a little bit of pivot offset to just make it a little bit smoother. I have to say this does look pretty nice so far. Yeah, I do want to go up again, but actually not too high, since of course we don't have that much height. So we will try to make something nice out of this. We probably just want to have some sort of hang. I think I'm actually going to add that. Nah, that's weird for a wooden roller coaster. I think this is quite nice. I think I actually have to test it and see how much speed we have, since we of course we don't have any game passes, so I am not able to change the operations and the chain lift speed or like the gravity, like all of these settings I cannot change. And I do want to keep this layout quite compact. I don't want to make it go across the whole park. That is just kinda stupid. So I hope this is nice. I would say the start, yeah, that is pretty nice. And then we have the first drop. Here we go. Whee! Okay, let's see if we have enough speed through here. This is going to be very difficult since the coaster isn't that high, and I do want to create quite a decent layout. So I probably have to lower this a little bit, and I'm actually, I think, going to rotate this the other way around, just so it's a little bit more whippy. And I think a double up, something like that, is maybe quite nice. I don't want to make it that aggressive. And then we'll go down again. All right, so yeah, I kind of want to keep it like in this sort of box space right here, which I think can be quite nice. That does mean I now have to sort of rotate to the left again. So we will have a very fast turn that is low to the ground like this, which then sort of turns back under the lift hill here. I think that is quite nice. And then we are indeed sort of between here, and I hope it's going to fit, which of course I don't have any game passes. So this is never going to work what I'm now trying, is it, Timer? Even if I do that. Oh, wait, that does work. I can make this work. Okay, wait, give me a second to make this work, guys. Okay, now I have problems with the chain lift. Oh, this is going to be fun, is it? Why do I make my life so difficult? I think I'm going to reroute this little part. Let me do that really quick. We will see if it's going to let me go over this. I hope it does. Oh, okay. That's pretty nice, I have to say. Okay, I'm happy that fits. That is very nice. Then we sort of actually have to already probably go back to the station in a little bit, since, well, I think we don't have that much speed anymore left now. Still have not tested the roller coaster, which might be a big mistake. So let's actually do that first, testing the roller coaster. Okay, here we go. We of course have seen the drop already, which I still kind of like actually a lot. So let's see how we're going to go through here. That is pretty nice. All right, let's see how these air times are going to go. That is pretty good actually. Then we have this 90-degree turn, and then we have this part. I'm still not 100% sure about this, but I guess it actually works. It does give me quite some space to like add some decor. I am stuck. Hello? Can I get out? What am I doing, guys? What is happening here? This game. It does give me some like room to add some decoration here. Of course, everything is built on like an angle, which I hope is going to make it look like it's less like no game pass. Now, I kind of wanted to let the brakes go through under here, but I'm not really sure if that's going to fit. I can try, I guess. Okay, that does actually fit, I guess. So I guess we're going to be doing that. The only thing then is that's not good, is it? I don't know if I can make this turn. It is very tight. I have to say that. Yeah, no, that's definitely going to be too tight. Okay, Let me change a little bit of this turn. I think I can fix this. And if I just make that a little bigger and just connect it like that, doesn't look too bad. All right. There we have our roller coaster. Now, if I would want to make this a blueprint, I have 944 items I can use as a decoration. That might sound a lot, but it goes a lot quicker than you think. Let's first just test it and see what actually is going to make the end of the layout. And there it comes, and it makes it quite nice. Actually, I really like that. All right, we have now built the roller coaster. Now it's time to, well, build the station and add, of course, some, well, decoration around this roller coaster. The next big question is, what theme am I going to use? And it's actually a theme I've built before on my No Game Pass Park series, and I think I'm going for Ruined Castle. I just really like that theme. I think it can fit this roller coaster very nice. So yeah, let's do that. Let's first build the base of the station. There we go. And then we need, I guess, just this wall on top of here. Every castle, of course, has a big tower. So I guess I'm going to try and make that on this side. I guess, but then at the same time, we're just going to make like the operation booth in this here too. I don't really know how high I want to make that, but we'll just do something for now. Since the roof of the castle, which I think I'm actually going to make the very steep one, is going to be like this. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. And I probably want to extend the floor like this at the front, just to give the station a little bit more shape. I know I am making it a lot more difficult for myself than it should be. That's what this makes it so fun. I actually want to like try and make this as good as I can. So yeah, this is an interesting building shape so far. I'm not really sure what to think of it, but we can probably make it work. I'm going to add an edge like that at the top here. Oh, that's going to make it look a lot nicer. And what I'm basically adding right now is just the first layer. After this, we will be adding poles, decoration, and all that other stuff. So don't you worry if it now looks a little bit strange. And another thing I don't understand is why this pattern here is completely different than a normal wall. Like, what is the difference between this wall and that wall? Why is that different? Now, this is the castle that's going to be still standing. And then I guess I'm just going to building a few smaller castles that are like ruins and they got like destroyed. And this is the kingdom that won the battle or whatever it is. But the castle at the back definitely has to be a lot higher. Does something like this look? I think actually still one higher. This is going to be a very tall tower, as you can see. All right, that looks pretty nice. I know it's quite bulky at the moment, but once we add hopefully some nature and terrain in front of it, it will look a little bit less strange. And I actually might want to change the color of the roof, but I have a fun idea. I think each castle that's going to be here is going to have a different color of roof, sort of showing that they were different kingdoms or different clans. But before we forget it, is of course the queue and the exit, which I need to make sure I don't forget. So let's do that. So the queue is going to go in here and the exit path will just here. And then you can probably just connect it all by yourself if you need to. Now that we have the base of the castle finished, let's just add some very simple extra detail to the castle itself with like these thicker poles at the edges. I think that's already making it look a lot better. And I think I could even extend them all the way to the top. I know that is a lot of items. If we a problem with the item limit, I will delete maybe some of these, but if not, I will of course keep them. And normally I would change the color of these a little bit so you can see them more, but of course I only have these colors and there's not really a different type of gray that you see, so it is what it is. Now there is one more detail which I can add, and that is sort of like these wooden brackets at the bottom. I think that just adds that little bit of color that it needs, since right now it's all very gray. Luckily the other castles will be a lot easier to make since they're all going to be ruined. So before we're going to build those, let's actually have a look at how many items this station is, since I am maybe even a little bit scared. Alright, we have used 410 items. We're not halfway, but we are getting quite close of that already. I still would like to add some more detail to this, but before we're going to do that, I think let's first decide where we're going to have these ruined castles. So I think the first one I would like to have sort of here. So we'll just make a little bit of a start of a tower here, and well, the rest is then just going to be broken off, which we can do very nice with the pieces all the way at the end right here. Oh, this is going to hopefully look quite nice. We can even add a hole in the wall right here, add more of these smaller walls. Oh, this does help a lot, I would say. So now we of course need to sort of mark what color this castle was. So we'll just put like like some roof piece at the bottom, as if it like rose all the way down or whatever it did. Just to sort of show the color of this castle. And I think I want this castle to be the blue one. So let's just add some of the blue things on the ground right here. Alright, that is the first sort of castle ruin. This kingdom has been destroyed. Okay, then the next one I want to make in here. This one can probably be a little bit bigger since, well, I have more room. I do want to keep this open on this side, since then you can sort of look in here. Place the roofs like this. You can hopefully see sort of the color in here. No, I think that's fine. Then we need to make one more castle, which I guess is just going to be another very small one, which is going to be in here. There we go. Let's copy over some of these roof pieces. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it here. I don't think it matters too much, just as long there's something. And, well, of course, we have one color left, which is sort of like this yellow color. Now that we have the main theming elements of these in, it's time to add a little bit more detail, mainly in the station building, since there's no lights and basically no detail. Add some trees around, maybe even some terrain, if possible. Of course, terrain doesn't work in blueprints, but I can use some primitives and paint it as grass and rock. So I will do that, and I will be back with you once it's finished.
A few moments later.
And there we go. The No Game Pass roller coaster is finished, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. But now the big question, of course, is have I stayed under the 1000 item limit? If not, I have a very big issue. So let's of course then go to save right design, select all of the items, and oh, we're already on 700. All right, let's select everything. It looks like we are indeed under the 1000 limit. We have used 707 items. All right, well, we're of course then going to save this and save this design. Here we go. Now, before I'm going to show you guys the ID, let's have a ride on this roller coaster. So we of course start off with the chain lift, and once we are at the top, we have this very small like pre-drop section. I do really like this. It gives you some time to just like enjoy the view, and then we are of course having the biggest drop of the whole roller coaster. Here we go. All right, that is pretty nice, quite smooth so far. Of course, wooden coasters don't have to be the smoothest coasters in the world. And then we go up, then we have this very nice airtime. That's quite nice. You can definitely see the castles, or like the ruined castles, quite nice on the sides. Add some like cobwebs and like some cannonballs. And there's also like a little bit of a very small fun story, is that each castle has its own chest with gold. The one with the ruins are all empty, as you can see, so they all have a chest with empty. And this castle here has all the gold from the other castles, all 3 of them, which is just like these very small little stories that I really like to put into these coasters. But of course, I promise you guys the ID. So which blueprint is it? I actually don't know. It's this one. Here we go. It will be public once this video is live. I will also be putting this in the description for you to easily copy it over. The blueprint is 189,000 and it does not need any game passes. So guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers, so if you haven't, it would mean a lot. So guys, I want to thank you, and I will say, as always, goodbye.